Hey, hi, hello everyone, and today we are going to be talking about movie collections that we have collected October and November. They are going to be in part segments, so I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Last Samurai. I don't know anything about it. I do know it's a war movie, and that Tom Cruise is in it. Other than that, I have no idea. Life is Beautiful. I am really excited about this pickup. I love this movie. It has been so long since I last saw it, and I remember being just so touched and just like, oh my god, it's really hard content. But I love this movie, and I'm really excited to give this one another rewatch. Lara Croft Tomb Raider and Tomb Raider The Cradle of Life. We saw the first one probably like 3 or 4 months ago at this point. It was kind of lackluster. It was not good at all, but it was enjoyable, I guess. I am excited and kind of anticipating the next one. I don't have a lot of hope for it, but I am wondering if it is like the same as the first one. King Kong. This is the Jeff Bridges one and the Jessica Lange one. I have not seen this one before. I saw the original not too long ago and absolutely fell in love with it. I love big gorilla movies. Jack Frost. I haven't seen this since I was little. Like, I haven't seen this since I was like a kid. And I remember absolutely loving this movie. It touched my heart so bad, and it was so funny. Michael Keaton is a gem as always, and he's wonderful in this movie and others. And I'm definitely wanting a rewatch of this one, and hope they actually come out with a 4K or at least a 4K of this one very soon, because I love it. I love this movie. I Am Legend. I haven't seen this one in a long time either. I don't really remember what happens in the movie, so it's definitely worth a rewatch. I do remember loving it, but again, don't know really kind of the ins and outs of the movie is kind of fuzzy. The Help. This is probably going to be me watching this one alone. My husband and my father-in-law, the two movie geeks in the house, don't really care for these kind of movies. This is more up my alley. But yeah, it's so beautiful. It's I believe a docudrama, and I don't know, I just really love this movie. Viola Davis is amazing as always, and Jessica Chastain, I think is how you say her name. Emma Stone is just, Emma Stone. I will leave it at that. Hercules is one of my favorite Disney childhood movies. I really love this one, and finally was able to pick this up on Blu-ray. It's been getting pretty difficult to get Disney movies, especially on Blu-ray, because they're not doing, Disney is not doing physical media anymore, to my knowledge. So yeah, I'm really glad I picked this up. Hills Run Red. This one is more of a recommendation from my husband. He saw this a while ago and recommended it and said it was alright. It was a pretty good slasher movie. And I love slasher movies. I'm very much in love with slasher movies. So I am very curious. I have not heard anything about it. I don't know anything about it. I do know that I guess the main killer has like a broken baby face, but again, that's kind of all I know about it. Hills Have Eyes 2. Not the first one. You would think I would have the first one. I don't. I have part 2. And the only reason why I mostly picked this one up is because I was scared that if I didn't pick it up when I saw it, that I wasn't going to have a chance to pick it up again. And the collector in me had to pick it up. Also, it's Wes Craven. Wes Craven is freaking awesome. I love Wes Craven. He's probably my favorite director. I love him. You know, People Under the Stairs, Something Wicked This Way Comes, this one, the list goes on and on and on and on. Nightmare on Elm Street. I've never seen Hills Have Eyes, part 1 or part 2, so I am very excited to see this. I really, really, really want to pick up the first one, either on Blu-ray or 4K. It's just really expensive and it's really hard to get, but I am really wanting it. Like, I'm so excited to have this in our collection. The Hitcher on 4K. Oh my god, you have no idea how excited and over the moon I am that we finally have this on 4K in our realm, in our facility. This movie is awesome. Rutger Hauer is, oh my god, he is a gem, to say the least. And you might hear me say that a lot about different actors, but I really, really, really love him in this movie. He is intense, freaky, creepy. But yeah, this is definitely worth a rewatch. I might actually beg my husband and my father-in-law to watch this tonight. So we'll see how that goes with the begging. I probably won't have to beg too much because my father-in-law is obsessed with this movie as much as I am. Hercules and the Haunted World. I only picked this up because it has Christopher Lee in it. And I don't know if you can see it. It's a little hard to see. I have a Christopher Lee pin on my hat. I am obsessed with Christopher Lee. He is a boss and so freaking cool. I love him. Him and Peter Cushing are two of my most favorite older actors out there. I mean, it's Hercules. I love Hercules. So I am so excited that I picked this up and that we get to watch this very soon, hopefully. Goodfellas. I picked this up mostly for the nostalgia and the oldies, I guess. I don't know anything about it. I do know that it's directed by Martin Scorsese and that it's I guess a gangster mob movie. I do know that Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci is in this, and I am over the moon. I am excited. I've been really wanting to watch those classic films, and this is definitely on that classic film list. 47 Meters Down. I am starting to really love animal attack movies. I know I didn't think I would get there, but I am starting to love them. And one of them that I really, really like, surprisingly, is 47 Meters Down. This movie was really intense and had a very psyched out ending. I really like this movie a lot better than I thought I was going to like it. And yeah, definitely worth a rewatch. And now that I have it on Blu-ray, I'm probably going to rewatch this again very soon. Europa Report. This was I picked it up because I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. It looks like more like an independent film. And I was just, I don't know, it was sci-fi and, you know, I'm trying to get out there in the whole sci-fi world and it just looked entertaining. Right, Eyes Wide Shut. This is a Stanley Kubrick film. I really do like Stanley Kubrick quite a bit. Probably not as much as Wes Craven. Again, Wes Craven is probably my utmost favorite director. But I do like Stanley Kubrick. I love The Shining. It's Stanley Kubrick and it also has Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman in it. Can't go wrong with those two. They're pretty good actors and I am very curious. Eye for an Eye. I picked this one up because it has Ed Harris in it and I am the biggest Ed Harris fan. It also has Kiefer Sutherland and Sally Field. Darkroom. This was another one that it was just more curiosity. It looks like, again, another one of those independent films. It was more of my husband's curiosity than mine, but usually he does not go wrong with his movie picks, so I am excited. The Device. This one, again, was another just, oh, wow, it's a pretty cool cover. I'm gonna pick it up because, sci-fi, sure. Yeah, again, seems like a really big sci-fi movie. I've never heard of it. It looks like another independent film. And it says the invasion has begun. So I'm wondering if it's kind of like an invasion of the Body Snatchers, but kind of different. So yeah. Well, see, I'll keep you guys updated. The Dentist 1 and 2. I have heard these are terrible and horrible, but I've been really on the terrible, horrible movie kick forever. We watched Hard Ticket to Hawaii not too long ago, and I am in love with that movie now. It is so bad, but it's so bad good. Like, you will just enjoy yourself. You guys have to give that one a shot. Anyway, this kind of rings that same truth. Like, it might be really bad, but it might be one of those really bad good movies that I at least have to give it a shot. Dracula Dead and Loving It. This is another one that I was told was notoriously bad, like beyond horrible. Not even that good, bad kind of horrible. It just was not good. But I don't know. Leslie Nielsen is in it. Mel Brooks is the director and also acts in it. And I love vampire movies. I love them a lot. And it's a comedy about vampires. So, I don't know. I have a lot more faith in it, and I think I'm gonna like it more than what I've been told. Dune. This is the old one, not the one with Timothée Chalamet. Sorry. It's not with him in it. It's a David Lynch film, and I don't know. I've seen some clips on it and kind of was bored and was told that this is pretty slow. But I don't know. It's one of those nostalgia classics that you have to pick up and at least try. Delirium. This is what I got for my birthday, and I don't know anything about it. It's Severin. Severin is wonderful. I love his movies, or their movies that they bring back. And again, this looks like one of those 70s cheesy action movies. I don't know anything about it, but I am very curious. Dark Ride. This looks like, let's see, Dark Ride. Nearly a decade after two young girls were brutally murdered, the monstrous killer Jonah escapes from a mental institute and returns to his familiar killing ground. So it looks like it's kind of like a slasher killer. It looks like a killing in a kind of like a theme park or a ride. Yeah, right on, sure. Days of Thunder. I don't know why I picked this up, probably because it was really cheap. It's directed by Tony Scott. He's alright. Randy Quaid is also in it. Robert Duvall, Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise. It's a big cast, but it looks like it is more of like a car racing movie. I'm not a huge fan of car racing movies or like sport movies, so we'll see. I don't have high hopes, and this might come and go out of our collection really quick. Babylon AD. This one, I mostly got it because of Vin Diesel. I am the biggest Vin Diesel fan, and I've seen it a long time ago, very long time ago. I don't remember anything about it. I do know that there's really badass fighting. I know that Michelle Yeoh is in it, and I also am obsessed with her. She's just phenomenal. Ballistic, X vs. Sever. This movie was, this movie, I guess, was the most boring for an action movie. This is high action, apparently. This was the most boring action movie I have ever seen in my entire life. This movie was just so middle of the road. It was so mediocre. It was good. It was okay. But it was just, there was no change in facial expressions. The action was kind of meh. It was, I mean, it has Antonio Banderas and Lucy Liu in it, and you'd think with that duo that it would just kick butt, and it wasn't. Benny Loves You. I wanted to love this movie so much more than I did. I really, really wanted to like this one more. It's, you know, it's a English film. It's I guess made in London. It's made in London, and oh man, they tried kind of hard to be like Shaun of the Dead. They tried to be like that kind of funny, that kind of humor, and it just failed. It was not good, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, it wasn't horrible, but it also wasn't great. It was kind of in the middle, and again, I wanted to like this movie so much more. It had so much potential. And the last one that we have for this part is The Birdcage. I have not seen this yet, but it does have Robin Williams in it, and I love him. I love Robin Williams. He doesn't seem to go wrong in any of the movies that he creates. One of my favorite dark comedies that Robin Williams has done is Death to Smoochie. I love that movie, and if I love that, I probably will definitely love this one. It's a romantic comedy and definitely up my alley. So this is probably going to be one that I'm going to have to watch on my own. I might have to drag my husband into it, and he's probably going to get dragged into it. But I'm very curious, and I'm very excited to see it. Alright, and that was part 1 of our collection from October to part of November. And now I am going to hype up my beautiful husband, Damien Foreman. And we are going to be talking about 2 beautiful books and stories that he has created. Is The Circus, an American Fantasy. And in this book, Penny Robinson finds herself trapped in an enormous otherworldly circus where capitalism is king, crimes run rampant, and souls are currency. The only chance for survival is to abandon morality and bend to the whims of the circus dictator, or risk her life and break the system she's become trapped in. So this is a high recommend. This book is amazing. It does get a little hard to watch. There is some content in here that's a little whew, but it's a wonderful book. I highly recommend, and I'll have the links down below so you guys can check it out and get yourself a copy. The next one is going to be Portraits and Bloodlines. This one is 23 short stories from sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and a little bit of romance with some slipstream in there too. So I hope you really enjoy this. This will also be in the description box down below. And if you want to see his beautiful face, you get to check that out also in this description box below with his videos on his channel. He has also done an audiobook for the first chapter of The Circus, an American Fantasy, so you can find that out in the description box below. And I'll put a link up here somewhere that'll show his last video that he's ever made. To this point. I don't mean ever made, but his last video. You'll see it up there somewhere. And then for me, I have been working on our collections of our videos, and you will also find my last video that I've made so far up somewhere up here and also in the description box below. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this. This has been fun. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will make other parts to this soon. I have a lot more collection to go through, just even within October and part of November. So I am so excited to go through those with you guys. And yeah, I guess that's it. And may we all geek on. Joe Pesci is in it. Pesci. Sorry. I do know that Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci. Oh no.
There's a